that's what it sounds like. I was just looking like I was snapping to nothing. I'm already stitching. We got this going. I'm almost at 91% here. On Iowa. If I wanted to, if I was really regimented, I could finish this today. Imagine that. What if I finish this today? Oops, I got a knot further back. Not gonna go back and fix. I'm not gonna go back and fix that knot. I'm not gonna fix the knot. There are, let me see, 730-ish stitches left. I can stitch that on a good day, and especially since I've got this on the. Hey, oh my goodness, you're up. I don't know why this song is so quiet. Can you hear the music? It's quite quiet for me. That means the next song is going to be probably a little loud. I have, what was I saying? I have oh my goodness, 730 stitches left. So I could do that in a day. I'm not going to hold myself to it because I'll probably want to stitch on something else. Hey, 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 everybody. How you doing? How you doing on this Sunday morning? Yeah. I got my Susie with me. She's just chilling under the desk. Scat doo 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 skitty doo doo scat cat cat cat. She's a cat cat scat cat cat cat. Hi cat kitty cat. There's my pattern. Can you see my pattern? Baby, Susie. She's kind of weird this morning. Maybe it's because she puked. I don't know. Now that I messed everything up, it's gonna be weird. There we go. Hello, hello, good morning. Hey, welcome back, Stephen. You've been up since 5? Why? Are you an early bird? I'm not. Especially on the weekends, because I'm a teacher. But I'm not an early bird. I don't get very many worms. That's not a very funny joke. Right? Yeah. This is Stitchy Natty, everybody. I was gonna brag about her making a. You're not a new friend, Natty, but you're a new conversation friend. So, you remember Darcy's musings in his video about like feeling socially anxious, I guess, with stitchy people. I feel that with Natty to a certain extent. By the way, am I pronouncing your name properly? So let me show y'all something. All 9 of y'all. When I was still living in California and I was teaching online, I found Google, I can't remember what it was called. Maybe Google Education or something like that. And hi, Joy. And I was they had a lesson on synthesizers. And I was like, oh, the kids would find this really interesting. Maybe it was on my curriculum. I can't remember. But then, oh, true. Hey, Christy. But then I was inspired I was stitching a lot, and I was like, I wonder if I can find a pattern of a synthesizer. And so I look on Etsy, obviously. Where else do you look? And I found this. I found a different one first, but then I found this one, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Put it in my favorites. Then I was like, I didn't really think about it. Well, oh no, here's what happened. I put it in my favorites, and I don't know how I found Nathy on Instagram, but I found her on Instagram. I followed her husband. Go follow her husband because he plays the synthesizer. I guess it's keyboards. He plays the keys. And let me put this link too, so you can decide if. Oh wait, this is going to be a weird link. You can decide if you want to buy this, everybody, if you're interested in the synthesizer. But I didn't buy it because you know how things just sit in your favorites and you don't buy them. Hey, Sheila. Oh, Natalie. Oh, we're in a mood today with the music. The mood is bright, and it's giving me all these weird stuff. I might need to switch to a genre. Or how about this? Oh. Yeah, we're gonna switch to a genre. This is weird. I'm not down with this free YouTube music. Okay, so then I found that pattern. It sat in my favorites. I followed Nathy on Instagram, followed her husband, and he plays a keyboard, and it's plugged into your computer, and then it's what's called MIDI input, which is where you either play something that's a computer generated sound, and so then it can show up in any kind of notation, like music notes or like little bars, like little dots. I should just go. Hang on. We got this. I got this, Kaylee. Kaylee's got this. Kaylee's got this on her personal Instagram. Let's see if I can find it without. I found it. I didn't remember his handle. But I found him through you. Okay, so this is the kind of thing he does. I'm a noob, so I'm sorry. That was really loud. So then he plays, but it draws a picture. So you see this on the side. So because this is computer generated, he could change any of these notes through this. I think. I'm not like super technically proficient in understanding these things, but it's really cool. Oh, I need to follow him on TikTok. So that's the kind of thing that Nathy's husband does. It's really cool. All of this, you guys, to say that Nati and I are not new friends, but we are new speaking friends because Nati messaged me and was like, hey, look, I'm trying all these little teeny threads for my cryptid Sal. And you gave me so many good suggestions, and now I'm going to go broke buying Oversois Surfine. It's the smallest Oversois silk, and it comes in like 300 colors. So we're in trouble. This is totally me. It's like, this is my explanation, and we eventually get to the idea, the actual idea. You should meet my grandfather. Okay, we're gonna try this today. R&B and soul. We'll try it. Yeah, you should meet my grandfather. That's how his stories are. It's just like, and sometimes, see, this is probably a crystal ball to the future. Sometimes the story wraps up and has an ending, and sometimes it doesn't. So sometimes it's just like a whole long string of stories. The character. Was that in the song that Nati's husband was playing? If it's a video game, I don't know. I really don't, if it's a video game. So, yeah, and I'm gonna visit Portland now because we need to hang out. It's really it's especially special. It's very special when you start talking to somebody through the stitching community and then you connect in a different way. Like for us it was music. Like that's how I found someone, was yes, through cross stitch, but mostly because I was teaching about the synthesizer and I was like, has anybody made this pattern? And she made the pattern when, how you'd be stitching for like 2 months, and you were looking for a synthesizer pattern, and the synthesizers that your husband was using were not in a pattern, so she just made one. Isn't that great? I feel like my sound is especially weird today. Like, okay. I really should figure out what all these are, because it would probably drastically improve my audio. Oh, okay. Okay, so I grew up without TV. I only grew up with a computer. And we had internet pretty early on, so if you talk about really old computer games or like old internet games, I probably know it, but I know nothing about video games because I did not have a video game console. The only gaming console we had was a Game Boy Advanced. It was this size, and it was secondhand, and the game was secondhand, and we had one game, Pokemon Silver. Oh, that's funny. About the history of bread. See, like, this is what makes us so fun, is that we have so many different parts of our life that are interesting. And it's okay if you're not interested in those, but don't, like, boy, I'm just thinking of, I'm on my, we've listened to this song before, I think. I'm on my my soapbox right now. I don't really like it when people say, or when I hear about people that say, just stick to the stitching, don't talk about X. Only talk about cross stitch. don't talk about this. And I don't know, like, I really like knowing what's going to happen in a FlossTube video. Like if you say, I'm going to talk about this, and then I'll do my life update then. Or I'm going to talk about my life update, the stitchy content starts here. Like, I love that as creators, we're making that option for people to only be there for the stitching content. But I will never advocate for people leaving that out unless they're, you know, that's up to the person. It's not up to the audience to say, no, you shouldn't talk about this. You shouldn't talk about this. Unless you're approaching it from like a truly human standpoint and saying, you know, privately saying, hey, you have this information incorrect, or hey, have you thought about this? Like in a respectful way, instead of on someone's platform saying, you shouldn't talk about this. It's your channel. You talk about whatever you want. That's good. Everywhere you go. See, I think I've been on this music before. Anybody else recognize this music? I feel like we've had this music before. Let me switch pages. But I like this song. Kind of. Yeah. Anybody else feel that way? Like, it kind of shocks me when I hear somebody say that they've been told not to talk about something. Like, that's how we figure out our similarities, and that's how we learn. Yes, it's the human connection first. But then it's, you know, we can learn from each other. We had a PD on Wednesday. You can't hear it? Everywhere you go, yeah, da, da. Everywhere you go. Mm-hmm. I wonder if there's a way that I can change my settings to where I hear what you hear from this. It probably has something, I mean, yeah, it just shows how little I know about sound, audio. Do it in half stitch, Vanessa. I don't know. Work on it 25 minutes a day. Oh, that might actually be how much it is per alien or per thing. You know, Christy, remember when I said I don't like temperature patterns? I've said so many things that I don't like that I have started doing. So, you know, probably next year I'll be buying all your temperature patterns. I don't have much experience like trying to keep up on a SAL. I had my seasonal earth SAL, but that, like, you can finish that whenever you want to. And I generally worked on it in the seasons that were going on. Like, it's still kind of winter and I finished winter. But like Modern Folk Embroidery SAL, I need to get that back out. I'm just so distracted by other things. I'm getting excited about finishing this Iowa. And I'm excited about stitching tiny things. What are y'all stitching on? What are you stitching on? I, yesterday, sent out, or I sent out like 7 or 6 or 7 or something, and then kitted up. It's funny that I'm saying it that way. Kitted up another 4 letters for the Great Floss Drop trade. Because Needleberry Stitcher showed us her DMC collection on floss drops, and I was like, I think it's time. I think it's time I take the plunge. I started the Great Floss Drop trade in December, and then I was like, I'm never gonna put my DMC on floss drops. And then I decided I wanted to. Because I started putting my fancy floss on floss drops. And I didn't like the back and forth between the bobbins and the floss drops. And I kept seeing people be like, it's so accessible. So this is how much I've converted to floss drops of my DMC collection. How many colors we got? 3, 4, 6, 8, 21. 21. Creepy babies. I'll take more creepy babies if you haven't sent birds. If you haven't sent that thing already, do you want any more in return? I'll send you more Susie. I do think that I will end up ordering a different box or another box of floss drops. So I'm gonna put a different picture of Susie on there. But anyway, so here, I'll show you what I did. I am giving up the notion that I'm going to be completely beautifully organized. I don't care about the beautiful part, just as long as it's organized. And actually, the fact that it's not like 100% beautiful is gonna give me satisfaction. Because like my brain doesn't work that way. Not really. As much as I want to force it to, it doesn't really. It's like, it's really all over the place. Nature-oriented Quaker. Ooh. I'll show you a creepy baby. Oh, no. No one wants them. I'll take some. You're part of my inspiration too, Dr. Christie, because you said I'm putting my DMC on floss drops for my Haid. And you, like, this is your first Haid, so I'm assuming that your DMC collection is not not as, what's the word? Do you have a lot of DMC colors? I mean, you probably do for your embroidery, but like the extensivity that a Haid makes your DMC collection. I'm assuming like that you're expanding your DMC collection quite a bit. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. True. So I wrote the number, and then no matter how they come punched, I'm punching a big hole and a little hole because I got these from Amazon. The devil. You know, there's part of me that's like, I can try to fight like the corporate bullshit that is Amazon and the CEO making all the money as hard as I want, and I will fight it. But then there's also like, I don't know, it's just kind of prioritizing for me. And eventually, hopefully soon, I will get to the point where I'm not feeding into it. So then I don't know how big these are. They're punches. So a bigger and a smaller one. So if people send them to me, I am punching the small one here, the small one, big one, and it doesn't matter which side. See? That's another thing. You know, everything has to be uniform. Everything has to be punched the same. No. F that. So, and then my mile-long threads can finally be on display. It doesn't always have to be like me pulling out a thread while I'm live and people being like, Kaylee stitches with pretty long threads. Now I can be like, look at how long they are! And I don't have to be ashamed of it. The only inconvenience is that everybody's like, when you pull out a thread, you just stick your needle in and you go boop, and they come out so fast. But mine, no, I have to struggle with mine a little bit. I still use that method, but I do have to struggle with it. So here's my idea. I went to Target like 3 weeks ago or whatever, and I saw a small hair straightener. So I think I'm gonna go back and get it and just run it through my threads a little bit because they're all crimpy. Because bobbins. But like, look at how beautiful your mirrors are. Like all straight and they're soft and you can run your fingers over them. So my fancy floss I cut a little bit shorter, but my DMC I'm like, cut it as long as possible. So I'm gonna have quite a few more floss rings. I don't think I'm gonna use all of them, so I might have some floss rings. And I'm thinking that I might... Christy had held your comment. That's so funny. If anybody wants creepy babies, send me your... Well, maybe it's the send me your address part. Why did YouTube hold that comment? Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, I like bobbinating. I liked the method that I started using. Like I would kind of use the bobbin as a floss drop. Let me see. Like this is how I started doing it. I had the bobbin, and then my like smaller pieces I would just wind up. And then I have another smaller piece that I would wind up. So I would have one length that was my working length, basically. And then the rest of them I would wrap up in the bobbin like this. So that the bobbin is kind of like the floss strap. And it's still really long. But then I would wrap all of these together. So kind of like I do like this method. But then there's a couple things that I don't like about it. One, the ends are not always even, so then when you try to wrap it up, see, then you have this sticking out and it gets caught. And then it's lots of winding. Like, I find that sometimes if I'm on a project that has lots of different colors and I'm switching colors really often, and I have to like wind back up my bobbin, like, ugh. It's a lot of time that's not stitching time, right? But then the floss drop, you just pull off what you need and you don't have to wind anything back up. And then putting it back on the floss drop probably takes as much time as winding it back on the bobbin, you know? So I started from the beginning, and these are like 1 through 158 or something like that. And then my works in progress, my whips, the DMC that I have in those, I've started to put those on floss drops. But I'm actually running out of my original batch that I got. Yeah, maybe babies and address, or if you want babies. I'll send you babies if you give me your address. And here's the thing, Jennifer, punched, unpunched, I don't care, because that's part of the fun. Let me see if I have any that came. Oh yeah. So these CM Judy, I don't know who that is. I have so many. CM Judy sent these with just one big punch in the middle. And I can't repunch this with my bigger punch because I'm gonna make just like a gigantic hole. But I added this hole and I added this hole and I think I added this hole. I don't know why I put it in the corner. So then I added another hole. Like, this is what they're all gonna look like, but who cares? You know, I had fun punching. I really enjoy punching. And that's it. That's it. Like, it's gonna be kind of, it's gonna look messy, but it's gonna be organized, and that's how my life is. It's kind of messy, and some things are organized. The things that need to be organized are there. Like, there are systems in place, even if it doesn't look like it. Babies and hatches. That's so funny. Christy, Dr. underscore Christy, right? Oh, that was not the right person. Yeah, Dr. underscore Christy. Can you guys put links in the chat? I know I can, but I don't think you can. Maybe I can change that. Anybody in this live, there's 13 people. Anybody in this live who wants creepy baby floss traps or who wants more creepy baby floss traps? Wait, Christy, I think oh no, I didn't use them all. Here's what they look like, everybody, if you... I mean, it's not that creepy, it's art. That's what hers looks like. And she does have this, she punches the big one. Oh, this person punched this one. And sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm messing up the design a little bit. Yeah. But then, because I don't know why, I kept all my scraps. Whoops. What? See, I kept all my punches. And then you get these fabulous little... You get these, and they're ready to go in your junk journal. You can put these in your junk journal. What is wrong with my camera focus? I thought we put it on auto. It is on autofocus. I don't know what's going on with it, you guys. I'm sorry. We ran into this last time. Okay, there was one in particular that I probably won't be able to find. But like, look. Now I can use this in my junk journal. In a junk journal. And if not, to have something to, if not in my journal, to have something to just run my fingers through. There's one. Oh, nope. There was one floss trap that had a little cow in the pattern, and so I have a little cow. It'll take me forever to find it, but who cares? Why are you refraining? Of course I kept them. Oops. I'm getting warm. I'm getting warm talking about this floss drop stuff. Floss bobbins as drops. Oh, Joy, that's a good idea. See? Use the bobbins as drops while you're working on the project. And then wind them back up. Wind it up! Do you remember that Gwen Stefani song? that was like the Lonely Goat Herd. What it up? No, only me who grew up in the early 2000s. Isn't it like do kids these days listen to the radio? Is the radio a thing anymore? Like, do people still find music that they like on the radio? Because when I was a kid, you know, I was riding the bus and country music was all that was on the radio, and then on the bus, but then if we were lucky, the bus driver changed it to Hot 97.5 instead of KQ 94.5, KQDY, which was the country station. I mean, we've talked about, oh wait, no, we've talked about this in a Zoom chat, that's right, about how I know a whole bunch of country music. You have that album on CD. Oh. No, the radio's not a thing. We watched this guy on YouTube. His name is Pat Finnerty. And he has this series on YouTube called What Makes This Song Stink. And he talks about like really popular songs that actually stink from a music standpoint or a lyrical standpoint or a production standpoint or a sound. Like, he's just like, this song stinks. And he lives in Philly. And a part of the videos is him like kind of just like going around asking strangers if they like a song or not. And his most recent one was on Danny California by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And he was asking like people on the street, Red Hot Chili Peppers, thumbs up, thumbs down. And at a certain, like, to start, not very many people gave them thumbs up. And he was like, why is this song so popular on Spotify? Because he looked on Spotify and saw that, you know, it was, the Red Hot Chili Peppers had lots of plays. And he was like, I don't know why this song is so popular. And then he goes to this, like, music festival where all these, like, early 20s people are and late teens. And he's like, Red Hot Chili Peppers. And they're all like, one of the best. So it's kids. Ilonka, hello. Welcome. Hallo, meine Freunde. That's all I know. And ich liebe dich. Do 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 do. How did I get on that subject? Oh yeah, the radio being a thing. Oh, because I was saying wind it up, singing wind it up. And then Shania Twain. Do you remember Shania Twain came out with that album Up? We're going up. And it was kind of like, she was like not genre bending, but like she was singing in a different genre than she usually did. Like, she's a country artist. And she did this album that was like pop, but then she did it in two colors. It was the red version and what was it, blue? And you should go back and listen to it. I can't play it on here because it's copyrighted and I'll get in trouble, but it's not good. Pre Taylor Swift. Oh, that's weird, Vanessa. Like, some kids don't know Chumbawamba. Or a lot of people, like, pass them millennials all know, I get knocked down, but I get up again. And I'm somebody when I get knocked down. But you ask like somebody under 25 and they're like, I don't know that song. It's like, what? But then apparently the Red Hot Chili Peppers are hot now with the kids. Boy, pop culture really shifted and changed fast. Whoops, my bad. Or like music. And there were so many different genres, and then unless you had the radio, you were only exposed to what was in your city. Like not the city, Portland. They were in the punk and grunge. And then hip hop started in New York. And it was in LA. It almost killed... I mean, if you guys go listen to it, you'll understand why it almost killed her career. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Chumbawamba, though. It's pretty, activism music. Chumbawamba. The album the boy bands have won. They're actually like activism songs. And I know this because Dylan knows it. And he shares it with me. I know I give Dylan credit a lot, but I wasn't a very curious person before. Like before the pandemic, I would say. Hi, Pammy. Good morning, good morning. I think I learned about grunge when I was taking a rock history class in undergrad. I kind of forgot about all the things I learned in there. I think I mean, I didn't have very much music when I was growing up. Like I had the radio and that was about it. And then my brother, that was when LimeWire was a thing. So my brother downloaded a whole bunch of songs. And it was a big deal. It was like, it's illegal to download the songs. You could go to jail. And some people did. I mean, some people did, but it was like you couldn't track. I mean, it was so. Everybody was doing it. Screamo. See, that's the kind of music that I. If somebody's screaming, I'm probably not gonna like the music. I try to give any kind of music a chance. Like, listen to it, but Screamo, not really. And Napster, oh yeah. It was a big deal. I also remember, some of you may have heard this story because I think I've told this story in a Zoom call, I think. But like I only knew country music and I didn't know what bleeping meant. So there was that song, is it Toby Keith? Hey Uncle Sam, won't you put your name at the top of this list? And the Statue of Liberty is shaking her fist. And then he sings, we'll put a boot in your ass, it's the American way. Don't get me started on that time of country music. But anyway, they bleeped the word ass, and I was like, I heard it on the radio, and I was like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with the song? It just had like a beep in it. Like, did it skip? Did it, like, it glitched for a moment? And then I remember there was another radio station that didn't bleep it, and I heard it on there, and I was like, oh. I don't know if I put it together. And I think my brother knew why it was bleeped, but he, like, didn't tell me or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I should ask him about that. Hey, did you know that meant that there was a bad word? Are we gonna make it all the way up? I think we will. We'll play Thread Chicken. Actually, it'll be fine. She says as she runs out of thread. The washer's done. I didn't even start it. Dylan started it for me. I don't know. I don't know, Steven. Yeah, I don't know why it's... I don't know why either. Maybe because it's... But. I don't know. Oh, did I ever? I don't think I ever got onto the second page of music. Oops. Can you hear my washer? I hate that I can't turn off the end of cycle signal on my washer. Sometimes I play it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just like whatever. Do you have some of these, Vanessa? Petites? You should get some because they're quite short and they're really good for thread chicken. Because they give you like another ½ inch of thread to work with. Wow. 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 I think I'm gonna go change my laundry because I'm at a pausing point. I'm gonna go do that, but I'll be right back. Oh. Okay, we're gonna continue this like censorship conversation when I get back because it's pretty funny. It wasn't all clothes, it was a coat, and it was really sopping wet, so I had to hang it up. And then I was like, I'm gonna start my other laundry. Yeah, that's true. People love screaming bad words in concerts. Okay, so in America, if there's bad words in a song, it comes with a parental advisory sticker on the album, right? And those parental advisory stickers were added because the songs that had bad words in them were hip-hop songs. Hip-hop was performed primarily by African Americans. And it's just racist. The parental sticker came from a place of racism. And all these like white moms who are like, I don't need those influences, because the media was like, look at all these criminals, they have drugs. And they showed poor communities, which primarily were African American communities, who were using crack cocaine, and they were like, these are bad influences, let's censor them any way we can. Yep. Well, yeah, you know, like, children are naughty because they're testing boundaries. And then if it gets a rise out of somebody, their parent, then it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to have that, I want it. Yeah, humans too. Huh? Dylan just sent me this meme, and you should see it. Oh, I love The Good Place. It's a great show. I know this sounds crazy, but I think we're in the bad place. My Jason Mendoza is not very good, but you get the idea. Accurate. Very accurate. What am I stitching right now? What do I want to stitch right now? I think I want to stitch this weird color right now. There's only 98 stitches left of this color. Let's do them all. What am I gonna stitch right now? What am I gonna stitch right now? What am I gonna stitch? I'm gonna stitch number 36766. 3766. Uh-oh. Dropped a needle. See? It worked! Now I have my folded thread, do my loop start, and we're off. Bye, Christy! I love that show too. It's a really good show. Ooh. Oh yeah, Ashley? Tell me more. Tell me more, would you put up a fight? Tell me more, tell me more. Oh. You're gonna do this over here. I know it's gonna be weird, but we're gonna do it. It's raining here. That's fun. I mean, California's really nice, but I do like seasons. Seasons are good. Oh, just an hour we've been live. That's not bad. I've done like 90 stitches. It's not too terribly bad. I was talking for a lot of it. Okay, this part is weird. It sounds like when I discovered that I could go wow, wow, wow in my phone speaker and then it made the song that I was listening to sound funny. That's what this reminds me of. Wow, 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 wow. Yep. That's true, Nutty. Unfortunately, California is going to be getting hotter, and the fires are getting worse, and probably will get worse. Yeah. Portishead. Portishead. What's that? What is that? Oh, going wow, wow, wow. Getting warm. I don't know what it is. Oh, band. It's band. Portishead. I recorded my floss tube before I bought. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it. I can't on stream. I mean, I could, but I can't have you listen to it with me. I'm breaking one of my own rules here. I think I was going to talk more about the floss drop thing, but I kind of forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I do remember what I was going to say. Okay. I have this picture of my cat. Let me see if I can find it on Instagram. I think I have it saved on Instagram. Maybe I don't. She's so cute. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so I'm gonna brag more about my cat because she's so cute. I have this picture saved on my phone of Susie and her little teeth. Oh, she's so cute. She was sleeping. Okay, she was so sleepy that she lost control of her jaw, and it went slack, and she's showing her teeth. Her 2 teeth. She came to us that way. Don't worry, I'm not knocking out my cat's teeth. Oh, really? Dolinon, tell me more. Boy, do we have 2 spams like in 10 minutes? And I asked Dylan if we could get a canvas print of Susie. And I wanted that picture because it's so cute, and it's my phone background. It's so funny. It gives me so much joy to just see my cat. I think I have a very unhealthy obsession with taking pictures of things, people, animals while they're sleeping. Is that bad? Like animals, they can't let me know if they're offended, but is that bad if I do that to people? Like I took a picture of students on the way home from a field trip and he was sleeping because it was so tired. I mean, it was a tiring day. I took pictures of him sleeping. Is that weird? Anyway, I wanted to like make a canvas print of Susie, and Dylan was like, no, she looks dead. I don't think she looks, I mean, yeah, I guess she looks dead, but she's not. So he told me no. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to have custom stickers made, like small stickers of that picture. And I wanted to keep track of where my floss straps are going in the world, because yesterday I wrote an address to Belgium and to the Netherlands and to, I mean, there's been a couple places in Canada. I've sent some to Australia. So where in the world has my cute Susie been? All those places. And I want to keep track of where she's been. So I got this map of the United States. I don't remember where I got it. I think I actually maybe got it from my apartment complex. Like if people don't want stuff, they just set it in the lobby and you can take whatever's in there. I think that's where I got it. But I have like a map of the world and I could put a sticker on it anywhere Susie has been. My floss straps. Oh, context. These are my floss straps. It's Susie. So I'm gonna And more context, the great floss drop trade is you use just like business cards for floss drops, and you trade with people. You use the hashtag, you message them on Instagram, hey, what's your address? Okay, I'll send you 10. I'll send you 5, however many you want. Ooh. I might finish a color in the next 30 minutes or so. I'm gonna warn y'all, I might be, in the next 5 weeks, I might, like, be really tired. It's the time of year where you don't have a day off for a whole month. So my next, like, day off completely from school is April 11th. I think that's a Monday that my spring break starts. So I have to work every day until April 8th. And there are 2 half days, but the half days I still have professional responsibilities for the rest of the day, for the other half of the day. And there's one Friday that is a professional development day, April 1st. But that's still work. So I'm gonna be pretty tired, I think. This is, yeah, it does. It does sound like video game music. This is 20 count, Steven. And Iowa, because, and actually this is this can count as Stitch for Ukraine, kind of. This pattern is, let me go show you. I guess this stuff is like, this information is in the deep depths of Kaylee cross-stitch floss tube history. But I stitched a map of the United States. It was a kit from Hobby Lobby. Look, I have it right here. Artiste Map of America. I stitched this, and then when I got back into cross-stitching, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I just stitched a map of the United States again? So I did. There was this really colorful pattern. And then I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I stitched each state? And then I like covered this a whole wall in my house with the United States map. And so then I found, as you do, on Etsy, I found this from Stitch's Lover's Shop, the beautiful USA, and it's 50 states for $50. And I think she has another set that has the state names on there, but she came out with that after I bought this. I got it on sale for like $40, I think. So I was like, and I was living in California, and I was fascinated at the Arizona election story, so I stitched Arizona, and look at those colors. That, like, Arizona's really pretty. And then I stitched Georgia for the same reason. I don't see it on here. I stitched Georgia, and then I wanted to see if the borders would match, and they did. So I'm stitching them on all different counts, all the states, because the patterns are not to scale. So I'm switching up the fabric size, the fabric's stitch count, so that it is to scale. So Florida's on 11 count, Georgia's on 22 count. And then I stitched Alabama for fun. I don't know why. Oh, because it borders Georgia, and I wanted to see that border, and it worked. And then I was moving to Baltimore, Maryland over the summer, and I spent 3 weeks in Iowa, so I started Iowa in Iowa, and it's taken me, I don't know, 7 months, however long that's been, 7 months to get it finished. Because I'm not a huge fan of 20 count with 2 strands, I've discovered. Yeah. And so this was kind of like, I decided to do a daily goal of 100 stitches until it was finished. And today we're stitching more than that, I guess. I don't know if I'll finish it. What time is it? Oh, it's 11. I do have to do my plans and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Which state? Probably Maryland, right? But I haven't figured out what count Maryland should be. It wouldn't take me that long to figure that out. But I've been itching to get back to my full coverage. I might make a full coverage 100 stitches a day goal. Maybe. For a little while. But I have all these other things that I want to stitch. I have all these other projects I've been buying. This year, okay, so 2020 I tracked my cross-stitch spending because I was like, whoa, I'm spending a lot on cross-stitch, so I started tracking it. And then I didn't track in 2021, and I wasn't buying as much. I actually put myself under a pattern buying ban because after I bought this set of 50, I was like, okay, I've bought too many patterns. I have enough to work on. I'm not going to buy anything. And now I am embracing the fact that, you know, probably won't stitch all the patterns that I have, but I'm happy to have them. Within reason. Maybe within reason. To some people, it's within reason. So now, what I'm getting into is buying tinier floss. Because I want to stitch tiny things. Because I have this tiny junk journal. I want to put my tiny stitchings in it. Oh, that was another part of the story with Nutty is, you know how I'm like, I'm going to stitch the Quirky Quakers tiny for Michelle Bendy's Quirky Quaker birthday sal. And then I'm scrolling through Nutty's Instagram a little bit more. I come across tiny Quirky Quakers and I'm like, here I am over here taking credit for an idea that somebody else had. So, Nutty already stitched some tiny Quirky Quakers. 32 count, right? That was your Yeti. We're here. I'm gonna find them so y'all can, so I can give Nutty credit. Like, kudos to you though for being so innovative and creative. Here it is. Oh, it's so cute. Look at this. How do I... Oh. Like, isn't that cute? 32 count. Yeah. I'm gonna stitch mine smaller, but I'm gonna stitch some of them on 32, I'm sure. Okay, it's really, really small. It's kind of too small. So I have to stitch things that are less than 56 stitches wide, basically, because it's a little over an inch by an inch. So the Quirky Quakers I can stitch on 56 count. Some of them I could stitch on 40. I should try 46 count. But then it also came with this guy too, but this is even smaller. I'm not going to use this for stitching, I don't think. So the cover is a little over 1.5 inches, which is a little over 4 centimeters. And the pages are actually 4 by 4. 4 centimeters by 4 centimeters, yeah. Ew. 1.5 inches. So if I'm gonna have it look like a junk journal, it has to be really small. Yeah. Oh good, you didn't see down my butt. Somewhere 32 and 28. Yeah, my mini masterpieces. You can't see them. Yeah, uno momento. These are 28. And I think those... Would this fit? Barely. These would barely fit in the mini journal. But they're thick. Probably one will go in there eventually. Because I'll be like, I want more things in my mini journal. Ooh, that's a good idea. I mean, if I stitch half stitches, I could use any any floss. But I don't think Quirky Quakers, I don't think I would want to stitch those with half stitches. One, two, three. Ooh. I didn't get any of the original releases, but I was admiring them so much. Maybe I'll have to now since my Fancy Floss collection is expanding. But I also am like, I need to wait for when she releases all her tiny threads because I'm pretty sure more are coming. Some teeny tiny 12-ply silk. Yeah. I might have to get more Anthurium Fire though. Those bobbins. I might, well, I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. I don't actually want to. Oops. Ooh, I can taste it. There's only eight more stitches left of that. Wow. Ooh. I might have to finish this today. I might have to. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So I've had the Book of Mormon soundtrack running through my brain quite a bit in the past week. I don't know why. Isn't it funny how some songs you just like latch onto, or some albums or musicals? Two by two, we're marching door to door. God loves Mormons and he wants some more. It matches pretty good. Pretty good. This is good ASMR. Should I do another ASMR finish? If I do that, it probably won't be today. Maybe. I don't know. Dylan has to use the computer. Oh, I missed that. I missed Vanessa saying goodbye. Goodbye, Vanessa. I'm kind of quiet today, huh? Not as chatty? Whoosh. If I don't know if anybody wants to hear me talk about this. I'm going to talk about the Great Floss Drop trade a little bit more. If you're in the US and you are worried about, you can watch Jody's video too, Trixie Tricycle. But what I do is I send just a standard greeting card. I still have 2 more of Susie. Oh, Susie. And then 10 floss drops fit in this envelope. I just lay them 5 and 5, and I lay them side by side in the card, and then you can use it. Hey, Eva. Oh, thanks. Oh, good. Oh, really? I'll have to listen to that. I like Chumbawamba. And then I love stickers, so I went to Vistaprint and ordered address labels with my picture on them. And if you're sending to the US, you just put a standard forever stamp on it. And let me show you the stamps that I got. I might start ordering stamps online because there's probably more options. But I got these ones. They're really pretty. And it has a secret message. The secret message is more than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. And it's spelled out kind of funny. But then if you're sending somewhere else in the world, see, these are things that I didn't know. And then I was like, I need to ask. See, I still have some holiday ones left over. But since they're forever stamps, they're gonna just stay in my collection until Christmas of this year. But there are global stamps from the US. So there's these, are these poinsettias? And then I got a new sheet because I only had 2 left, so I got some more because I need more floss drops. So I've sent to Australia Belgium. I said this before, that's okay. Australia, Belgium, and Canada, Netherlands. And then since I'm extra, I also have Susie envelope seals. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. And I go, there's this bargain market on the East Coast called Ollie's, and they have their slogan is Ollie's, good stuff cheap. And it is good stuff and it is cheap. So I just like find greeting cards. I don't know what the original price was, but this was probably like $4 for 10. Same thing with these. These are gorgeous. Look at how pretty these are. And the original price, it says $14.95, $16.95 Canada. I got them for like $4, which is a price I'm willing to pay, but it has like a whole bunch of different jungle animals, and they're metallic and pretty. And so I just get whatever greeting cards they have. Some people though, they like personalize their envelopes, they personalize their cards. And then I put mine in a little scrapbook. I think I've showed it before on my channel. But it's like a really cool way to connect with people, and just like, it doesn't have to be a huge thing. It's just, you know, I sent some paper to Belgium and that's cool. But you know how things can't be like completely good and completely bad. Like part of me is like, think about all this paper that's being sent around the world and possibly going into landfills. I don't know. I try to, if I'm putting them in my scrapbook, I try to shred the parts that I don't use in the scrapbook. Here, let me show you an example. I try to shred my excess paper and then recycle it, but as with lots of things in America, you don't really know where your stuff is going. Like, we sell trash to China. Let me find one that I covered up. Their address. So this one. So, let me see where I can put this stuff so you can see where I put my stuff, So I tape in their card. So, oh my goodness. So I used these, I ordered too many thank you notes for my wedding. So I'm repurposing them. Instead of recycling these, I'm repurposing them, and they're the pages for my scrapbook for my great floss drop trade. So I just like tape in the floss drop that I get, and then I think I can cover this up. So then I cut up the envelope. I keep the card, and then I cut up the envelope, and she put these like funny memes on her envelope. She printed her envelopes fancy, so she put funny memes on there. And then her message, and I usually keep the stamp, because look at that Bugs Bunny playing the piano stamp. I know you can't see it very well. So then this one came from Jacksonville, Florida. And it says card swap. Thank you for the card swap. See? So like, when you think about it, like you might say, oh, you're spending a lot of money on stamps and on postage and on creating all these things. And yes, you know, if you're frugal, it's could be an investment, but it's also like the other person is spending a similar amount of time, effort, money, postage. And unfortunately in our world, you know, we're paying for interaction, but it's interaction. It's Happy Mail. It's in 10 years, if I decide to keep my DMC on floss straps, I'm using floss straps from around the world. I see Christy's creepy baby, and I remember Christy and becoming friends with Dr. Christy, and you know, all the things that we talked about. It's looking at the creativity of people and what they put on their floss straps. Like, I had one person who I think I sent her floss straps, and you know, if you decide to do the great floss strap trade and you decide to like reach out to people, if you reach out to a bunch of people at a time, sometimes it's hard to keep them all straight. So like yesterday, I only opened my Instagram DM if I had an envelope ready to address, ready to write their address on it. And so I was able to keep track of them, but when I first started doing it, I was like, I feel like I was missing somebody. Like there was a good chance that I was gonna miss somebody. So I was so excited. I was opening messages when I wasn't at my desk and trying to make a mental note, and I'm not very good at mental notes. And so, you know, I'm not blaming anybody if they've missed somebody and lost in the shuffle. So, but that happened to me because I sent some to this person, and then I was looking at Instagram again because I needed more floss straps, and I was like, wait, I traded addresses with this person, but I see their floss straps and I don't have those ones, and I want them because it had a cat on it. I mean, maybe if it was something else, I wouldn't have reached out, but I reached out to them, and I said, you know, no worries. Like, I'm not upset that your floss straps didn't make it to me, but I want them. So can you send them? So, you know, it's kind of cool. Like, when I get those floss straps, then I can remember, you know, it was a chance for me to reconnect with somebody and to say, hey, I really like your creativity. I like your choice of picture for your floss strap, and I want it. I don't know. That was kind of cute. Okay, we're gonna finish this color before the stream ends. And if you don't use floss drops, then just say let's exchange Happy Mail. Because I like sending letters. It's really fun. Ooh, we're gonna finish this color. Whee! 8 stitches left. Let's do it. Yeah! Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna put these last 8 stitches in. Here's the problem that I'm gonna run into with my floss drops and the process of converting all the DMC, or to transferring all the DMC to floss drops, is that this color is 747 and it's already on a floss drop, but I'm starting transferring them from number 1. So now I'm gonna have 747 just hanging on my wall alone until I get to the rest of the 700s, which might take a while. Ooh. Wow, Pammy. Yeah, the people in the trade are just doing, like, you know, you order business cards from Vistaprint or something. See, that's cool too. Like you could trade with people and then make an art project out of them. Like it is just paper, but that's why I put my scrapbook together and made sure I remembered whose floss drops are whose, or I documented whose floss drops are whose. So if I can't find whose it is just by using the floss drop, sorry, I'm shaking everything, then you can go back, I can go back to my scrapbook and be like, oh, that was this person at this time of year, or stuff like that. Done! Wow! We are not saving that much floss. Especially since it's been hanging out of my project for a few days. Okay, John. Actually, I shouldn't take this out. Actually, I can. Industrial diesel punk. Okay, so my music is that I play on here. It's a free YouTube audio library. So I think with your YouTube channel, or with your YouTube account, you automatically have a YouTube channel. Oh, do you? I don't know. But if you click on your account icon and you go to YouTube Studio, it has royalty-free music. It's kind of crappy, but it makes for some good background noise. I don't think I understood what you meant by diesel funk. Bye, Ilonka. Thanks for hanging out. I won't be on here for too much longer, I don't think. I think I'll wait until, or I'll be on here until Dylan comes home, but he needs to use the computer. Whoop! I'm gonna put 747 on its own ring. I bought these rings from my LNS and they I hope the ones that I got from Amazon aren't as annoying. Because they're kind of annoying. They're kind of hard to open. Excuse me. Yeah. It's like, start your channel. I don't like that about YouTube. It's always so focused on like how you grow your channel. And it gives you these dumb tips like, make a thumbnail. Who cares? Oh, Susie's a little muffin loaf. She's curled up in her cat tree. Do you guys have a cat that like only likes one part of their cat tree? Susie only sits on the top of her cat tree. in the soft bed part, and she fits perfectly when she curls up. Oh, I think that's Dylan. She's so cute. I love my cat a lot. Yep, he's home. Do it, Pammy. And if you don't like it, then don't do it. Okay, I'm gonna finish this thread and then I'll sign off. Paper boxes from work. Yeah, you know, we bought Susie a bed, and I've seen her, the only time I've seen her, like, touch it is if there's a toy behind it. Like, she doesn't get in the bed. And then there's this box that she was getting into, so I put the bed in it. She hasn't gone, she doesn't go near it. It's like, come on, dude. I'm almost done, Dylan.
Oh, where's the winter coat?
Oh, it's hanging in the shower. It was sopping wet. I didn't know if you wanted it in the dryer or not. Probably not, right? I guess I could mute myself while I'm having a conversation about a sopping wet winter coat. I looked at the chat and I just about said sopping wet winter box. My brain. Okay, I discovered about myself. I think I knew this about myself, but I rediscovered it about myself. Is that if I'm trying to teach and a child asks to go to the bathroom, I just get so thrown off. Especially if the students haven't been following directions. So if I've had to stop like a bunch of times and like wait for everybody's attention, and people have been raising their hand that whole time, but I haven't called on them because everybody's been talking, because I can't teach. And then somebody, like, I start the lesson to make the point, like, you need to shut down whatever you got going on because you're here to learn about music. And then somebody asks to use the bathroom. It just, like, throws me off. Like, the poor child asking you to go to the bathroom. They were like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I was like, and then I caught myself. I was like, oh, the child might feel upset about this because I'm showing anger that they need to do a regular bodily function. I was like, I'm sorry. Like in my frustrated state. Oh my goodness. I guess that's something that I should learn how to communicate with my colleagues about. Like when they come, I should ask them if they've had a chance to use the bathroom. Because those rules exist in their regular classroom, I'm sure. Like, unless it's an emergency, you can't use the bathroom. Because we will be using the bathroom at this time. For a designated bathroom break. You know, I see a lot of kids in a week. But I don't know how classroom teachers see the same kids for the whole week. Like, some kids come to my class and, like, you know, it's a transition. It's a new environment. So sometimes kids act differently than they do in their classroom. But some kids act the same. And I say goodbye to the class and I'm like, how is that teacher in that room with those kids all day? How? Tell me how. Do I follow you on Instagram, Steven? Or Pammy? I don't know. I don't regularly check my following people. I don't know. I follow about 1,000 people, and then I can't keep them straight in my head. I can't keep them straight in my head. Oh. Alright. There's the last stitch for today. Bow, ba, bow, ba, bow, 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 wow. Da-da-da-da, ba, ba, da, da, wow, 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 wow. Wow. Oh. Let's see how many stitches we have left for today. Maybe I'll finish it today. I have 530 stitches left to do today. And it's not yet noon. I could do it. It's like 5 hours of stitching and there's 10 hours left in the day. That's cool, Pam. You're the only Pamela Tamaher? Tajmajer? Do you pronounce the J or is that an H? I don't know. Okay, well, that's the progress for the stream. How much did we do? I think we started down here, right? And I got some of this stuff up here. We finished the lightest blue. Yeah, I accidentally added another row of gridding, but when I wash it, it'll come out. When I wash it. If I wash it at this point. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Thanks for chilling. Look at my mascara already is kind of rubbing off a little bit. Here, let me show you my floss wall. I bought these hooks, and that's what I'm gonna hang my DMC rings on. So I actually have them hanging with command hooks, because I'm not supposed to poke any holes in my walls. But eventually when I, have a craft room, if I have a craft room, then I'll actually hang them. And then here's my whips on post-it notes. And then these are rings of projects. So this is for the Great Outdoors and Mushroom Meadow, Iowa. And then these are like my fancy flosses back here. So it came in a pack of 2, so that's cool. And then I'm putting up more hooks so that I can hang some whips if they're still on the hoop and they're easily accessible. It's pretty fun. Oop. And my Susie clock. This is the canvas print of a wedding photo, and that's what I wanted to get of Susie, because Vistaprint sells them for like $30 for that size. It's pretty reasonable. Tour of my organized stitchy desk area. Anyway, yeah, thank you for hanging out and for all your contributions. Hard J's. Okay. And cheers. I'll see you next Sunday. Maybe sometime before that. Who knows? Bye.